there are 4 pillars. So like we start with the first one, which is where you feel unstable. Okay. And the first archetype is known as the innocent or the romantic archetype. Okay. Innocent or romantic, it's a very nice name. You feel the person is quite trustworthy. They are lovely people, actually. They are determined, they are focused, they are optimistic. Uh, they have they have a lot of curiosity, a lot of questions in their mind. But they also have this thing of not taking the responsibility or with respect to money, because they don't trust themselves with that. Okay. So they have a wound known as the money trust. It could be coming from some kind of a betrayal, maybe some abandonment, or where either divorce, like someone went through a divorce and felt left alone or cheated. So they have lost the trust somewhere. The journey in their life journey, they have lost their trust. And they also feel rejected, so they don't trust themselves much. uh, while they are quite trustworthy, they can be lovely friends, but they themselves are not able to trust their own decisions about around money, around finances. So that's where, you know, yeah, this is the innocent money archetype. And the money trust is associated with the the innocent. Yeah. And as we work on balancing the innocent archetype, basically healing the money trust wound, uh, we then move towards the next one, which is the second pillar. Okay, that's the warrior archetype. Uh, at times, what happens is that you could be jumping pillars, but you could still have the previous archetypes, because that is not completely healed, completely balanced, you can say. Okay. So even if you have wizard archetype or the wise elder archetype, but if you have a warrior archetype combination as well, it means that you have to go back to the pillar 2, which means that you have to work on that particular archetype's money wound. Okay. The second one is the warrior archetype. Now, the warrior archetypes, they are quite courageous. By the way, this is a glimpse of my workshop, the money workshop that I have. Okay, so, but yeah, I'll just share a few highlights of the archetypes. The warrior archetypes, they are basically quite courageous people. They are fearless. At the same time, they love working very hard. Okay. So they are focused, they are passionate about their goals, they are goal oriented, they're ambitious. So they love to work, they love to strive and work hard for whatever, for their goals, for their passion. And that is why they have a wound known as the hard money, because they believe that it has to be hard. Because if anything that's coming easily, it serves no purpose, or maybe it is of no value. Okay. Anything which comes for free is meaning there is something wrong in that. Okay. So deep down in them, they have this feeling of unworthiness. They want to prove that I am something, I am good enough. And everything in their life is, whatever they're achieving also is happening through conflicts. So they have to struggle. So there's a lot of struggle and highs and lows and all of that. So it's a lot of drama is happening in the warrior archetypes life, because they love it, I think. They love challenges, so that is why this challenge will keep motivating them. They don't realize that actually they are addicted to this uh, the challenge part. Okay, that the hardship or the difficult situation is going to motivate them, the struggle is going to motivate them. So they will always earn money, but through difficulties. It will be hard. They will work very hard, very hard. And then when you go to the next money archetype, is the orphan, the orphan or the victim archetype. The orphan or the victim archetype, it's not in the pillar 3. It is still in the pillar 2. Okay. I will say that uh, here they you can say that they are somewhere in between pillar 1 and pillar 2. Okay. They have not even reached the pillar 2. The orphan or victim archetype, they are victims. They feel powerless, they feel trapped, they feel helpless, and it is definitely coming from some abuse or some betrayal. So somewhere in their life experience, uh, they have experienced bitterness. They have experienced a lot of abuse and in their relationships, and that is their definition. Then their lookout to life is that everyone who comes, they are coming to me with an agenda. Okay, so if they choose me, it's not because of me. It's because of money. So it's better I don't have any money. Okay, so they do not again they don't trust. Okay, they don't trust themselves much. They don't trust people, not only themselves, but they don't even trust people. So here they have a trust money wound again. Okay, but along with trust money wound, they should be working on healing their victim mindset. Okay, that why me, why does it always happen with me? Okay, why is it happening with me? Because if we keep reiterating this statement that why it is happening with me, okay, so this will keep happening. What is it that you need to reiterate? What is it that you need to project? Is that all is well, I'm safe. Okay, so yes, you have to feel safe. The orphan does not feel safe in the world. Okay, okay, we go to the next archetype, the fourth. uh Nilu, I think we missed one archetype in between.
Uh,
Before the orphan archetype, there is another archetype. It's known as the fool archetype.
the fool. Give me a second. Hang on. Go ahead. I'll take care of this. You go ahead.
Okay, so we have basically before the orphan or victim archetype, we have the fool archetype. Okay, the fool archetype is the archetype, you can say maverick or fool. Okay, now these uh, the fool people, they are uh, very, what do you say, impulsive. Okay, they're quite high on energy. The fool is very energetic. They'll be doing everything very fast. Okay, and so they're very impatient and they are impulsive. So they also are quite fashionable. They believe they have a lot of taste in fashion and dressing, in design. Okay, and they do believe in magic. They do believe in that. Okay, but they also carry this wound in themselves, that the feeling of being abandoned. They have been abandoned many times in their lives. Maybe it's coming from the womb where they felt abandoned and they don't feel wanted enough. So they have a belief that, I, everything, nothing stays with. Okay. So their narrative is that people come in my life and they go. They leave. They don't stay with. They still don't stay in my life. Okay, and that is how they do their money, because everything is going to leave them. So why to even have the money? So they have a disappearing money wound. So the money never stays with them. They will have lot of drama and money also. They will suddenly earn lot of money and then suddenly lose everything. So they are impulsive, they're gamblers, they are risk takers, they are daring. That's the good point also, daring. But they don't know where to stop. So they are spending impulsively, emotionally they are spending, because they have the wound that nothing is going to stay. Okay, everyone they just come and they go away. They're going to disappear from my life. So the money also disappears from their life. Okay, that is the fool archetype. The fool archetype is, by the way, is again in the second phase. Okay, they are struggling to be. They have some stability, but not complete stability. Okay, so then the next one I've already spoken about, the orphan archetype. We'll go to the fifth one, which is the caregiver archetype. The caregiver archetype is in the pillar 3. Okay, the caregiver archetype, as the name suggests, caregiver, giving. Okay, caregiver, or you can say the martyr is also another name for the caregiver. Now you can know what is the energy of martyr. It's self-sacrifice, always thinking about others before themselves. So they keep themselves last and the others always before them. So they do not know how to prioritize their needs. For them, uh, money manifestation, if you ask them to manifest for money, they will never be able to manifest money only for themselves. They will always take their family along with them. So in their mind, it's always the goal of the money. How much money do I need? Oh, my son's education, my daughter's this thing, uh, yeah, I would like to contribute something to my spouse also, and then their own. So, so what happens is that in giving so much, they end up, draining their energy. They become exhausted, depleted. Okay, they're wonderful people, but they do not know how to say no. They're always saying yes. They're always giving. And here they also come with the feeling of not good enough, somewhere coming from what I had. Okay, so feeling that, I have to prove myself. I am useful. I am useful to my family. So I have to prove myself to my family or to my loved ones. And they are doing because they want that love and that appreciation from their family, from their loved ones. So that is their giving. That is the agenda of giving. It's not selfless giving, guys. It's again, there is some motivation behind it. We don't know that. The motivation is to get their love and appreciation. Okay. So why not give that to yourself as well? Okay. So they have a money wound called money shame wound. The money shame wound is where they want to, they have big plans. They want to, have plenty of money, but they feel ashamed of having that much money. They feel guilty. How can I have so much of money when my brother is, or when my, sibling is not earning that much money? How can I have so much of money when my spouse is struggling? So they blame themselves. So they are again operating out of guilt, the caregiver archetype. Caregiver archetype has reached somewhere in the phase 3, the pillar 3, or is in a transition between pillar 2 to pillar 3, because if they still are not able to balance that, so definitely it's somewhere in between, which means that in their life they have some kind of stability now. uh, they do feel secured somewhere, but they are not yet financially independent. Okay. And then we go to the next archetype, which is the artist archetype. So the artist archetype, or
This is
celebrity.
one of the ones that you also had.
Yes,
Right.
even I
Right.
had this.
Right.
Yeah, so the artist archetype, or the celebrity, they are artistic people. They are spiritual. I see a lot of healers also have the artist archetype. Okay, uh, they have a spiritual and artistic bent of mind. So they do believe in magic as well, uh, and they're quite sensitive people. Okay, artists obviously sensitive. Mood, mood swings are there. Okay, so they will always be, either I am not doing this, or if I do, I'm going to do it 100%. So they go all the way out. Okay, so they are operating from their heart. So they go all the way out, and uh, they they are also, they can be flamboyant. Okay, they can carry themselves in good dresses and whatever. Okay, uh, They are quite determined people. They are focused, they're spiritual, and but so they have a love-hate relationship with money. Now, the love-hate relationship, which means the money wound here is the evil money wound. In their mind, they know that uh, money will bring that freedom, but at the same time, they also feel that money is evil, money is dirty, money is going to corrupt my relationships. So they shun money. Okay. Now the evil money wound. Why is it there? Maybe they have heard it somewhere while growing up from their parents, okay, or from the society, that they have seen that maybe they had given money, loaned money to someone, and then the money never came back. Okay, and the relationship got spoiled. So they feel that the money is going to spoil my relationship. So the artist archetype is also somewhere in the pillar 3 or in a transition. Uh, Now, all of these can be simultaneous also, believe me. You could have 10% of victim archetype, you could have 20% of fool archetype, you could have 20% of warrior archetype, you could have 30% of artist archetype. At the same time, you could have 30% or 40% of wizard archetype. Oh, okay, and we come to the next one, which is the tyrant archetype. Now, the tyrant archetype or the ruler. Now, they are leaders. They can be good business leaders. They are diplomats, so they can be good politicians also, uh, because uh, they believe in power and control. So their whole focus is on power. Their whole focus is on power and control. How I can be there on the top. Okay, so they are quite ambitious people. Uh, Yes, and they're not just ambitious, they know how to make plans and follow them and implement them. So they are good at it. They are good at it, they're at their work. They will implement it. That is the plus point of the tyrant or the ruler. Okay. So go-getters, you can say. You will see such people around you. In your teams, you will see there are few people who are go-getters. Okay. Uh, Now, one thing, they will have a lot of money. So the tyrant or ruler archetype has reached the pillar 3, which is that they have the money freedom with them. They have all the comforts, they feel secure, they have the luxuries, but deep down, they even don't realize that what is it? They have this chronic disease of not enoughness. It's never enough for them. So they have to keep going and keep going and keep going. Okay. And at the cost of anything. That is the downside of the tyrant. At times they can become manipulative, they can control others because they have this big need of control and a fear of losing control. Well, what if I lose everything? What if my business crashes tomorrow? Then what will I do? Okay, so they do have crossed the security part, but they still feel somewhere fearful. Okay, this is the shadow self of the tyrant archetype. So they don't feel safe. Basically, they never feel safe. They have You can also see a lot of anxiety in such people. You know, so they have a money wound called the unsafe. Okay, the money, they don't feel safe with the money. They always feel that I have to hold on to money. So you will see these people, they are though they have so much of money, but they are misers. They really feel miserable in spending money. Okay. And if suddenly some lot of money is gone, oh God, they'll cry, they'll panic. Okay, that is the tyrant archetype. Okay, and till here we have seen these 7 archetypes are the ones where we need to balance them. Every archetype brings in so much of energy, good energy as well. It brings some kind of wounds with them. Okay, so once, and we could be transitioning from one to another. We could be carrying three archetypes all together. Okay, so we have to identify that my combination is which, and then you keep working on. We work on them. Once you balance all these archetypes, we reach to the eighth and the ninth, which is the final, the ultimate, our goal. Okay, so the wizard archetype and the caregiver, the wise elder archetype. The wizard archetype is the magician. Okay, and this is the wizard archetype. The wizard archetype is the magician archetype. They don't have any shadow selves. If you have unlocked the 100% wizard archetype, then definitely you do not have the shadow self. They are manifestors. They can create, manifest at will. They think and it happens for them. They know that universe is abundant. They know that, that abundance is in them and they are abundant. They know, they believe, they're living that abundant lifestyle. Okay, overall. And they believe in the power of magic and creator, universe. They not just believe it, they are living it. So yes, so that is the wizard archetype, and the next one is the wise elder archetype. Now the wise elder archetype, these beautiful people, they are empaths, they are compassionate and benevolent, and they love Mother Earth. So they have a deep love for Mother Earth. They could be environmentalists, uh, but in their money reality, they have been able to achieve that independence, okay, financial independence, and now they are giving it back to the society. So they are doing it for Earth. So, which means enlightenment, financial enlightenment. So, financial enlightenment means that uh, you, uh, whatever you have created, now you are leaving a legacy behind. You know, it's like leaving a legacy behind for the world. And how beautiful it is to be able to shift people's mindsets from scarcity to abundant. Isn't that a big legacy? Like if we are able to do that. So yes, and the wise elder will definitely do something around nature. They will always be, you will find them going to the mountains or living in the nature and having some community-based programs. So wise elder is that archetype. This is the uh, archetype which we all aspire, which is our desired one. Okay, the main goal is the wise elder or the wizard and the wise elder. Yeah.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Very, very nicely explained. And the artwork on that is so beautiful, you know. So as you said, each of these archetypes, they come with they come with an energy. They come with the positives and the shadow side, which is the wound which needs to get worked on. And
Yes.
just recalling this, we all of us carry all these archetypes depending on which stage we're in, which is part of the four pillars. Uh, Depending on that, you keep working on that, which is what you, with what you said, the scripts,
The money scripts.
the
Yeah.
manuscript.